Hey, what's going on, everybody? Don Martino here from Extract Media. Today we are talking about The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode number 2. This episode is called Chapter 18, The Mines of Mandalore. I'm so excited to talk about this one. This one's directed by Rachel Morrison, who's a very notable cinematographer in Hollywood. This is her first time directing, I believe. At least anything as notable as The Mandalorian. And also, guys, I'm not going to refrain from spoilers in this episode, so if you don't want to know anything, please tune out now. All right, with all that out of the way, we start this episode on Tatooine. We go and see Peli Motto again, which is super exciting. I'm actually really loving this character. She's really growing on me. She's kind of hit or miss with the comedy. I thought in this one she was super hit. She actually really made me laugh a lot of the time. And Mando needs a droid. He gets this R5 droid, which, yes, is a reference to New Hope, and I believe Phantom Menace in a way. I think there was an R5 in Phantom Menace as well. I'll tell you, just from these shots of Tatooine alone, I really love this. It looks a lot more expensive than the prior seasons. You can just see it so much. It looks like they pumped a lot of money into this season. Mando, R5, and Grogu, they all go to Mandalore. It's all kind of burnt to shit. They go down these mines, and in the mines, they pretty much find out that there's a bunch of creatures. The R5 droid pretty much gets pretty messed up. Mando gets captured by this big alien thing that I love because it reminded me of Attack of the Clones so much, like something you'd see on Geonosia. And Grogu just speeding out in his crib of these mines, trying to go get Bo-Katan. There was something about the shots there that just reminded me of classic Lucasfilm fantasy that I just thoroughly loved. And yes, Grogu used the Force on this creature. It was cool to see here. We saw it in the trailer, but I loved it here too. He goes and gets Bo-Katan. This is the biggest misdirect of the season, as we do find out that Bo-Katan is going to help out Mando, and that's so shocking to me. If you'd asked me right before the season started what I thought it was going to be about, based on the trailers and stuff, I would have said, yeah, Bo-Katan's kind of on a warpath. She's trying to get vengeance against Mando. She's going to kind of blindside him when he goes down to these things because she really wants that Darksaber. She's still kind of pissed about what happened when he won it in combat, and she wants it back. But no, that's not the case at all. She's actually going to be a friend of Mando's, and I really like that. She actually goes and rescues him, and I was shocked by this, honestly. I thought she was going to go there and kill him, but she got some badass moments with the Darksaber. We get some really incredibly shot action with both Bo-Katan and Mando in this episode. I thought that was pretty fantastic. And then Mando goes down to the mines, and then he drowns, or something pulls him down there, it seems like. But then as he's coming up, we see the Mythosaur as Bo-Katan's pulling him up, and that was pretty cool to see. We've been hearing about the Mythosaur for the first 2 seasons, and finding out that that is pretty much going to be the main villain of this season was such a huge misdirect. I love being wrong about stuff, and I love that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni just subverted my expectations. It's already putting this season above the first 2 for me. I hope it stays unpredictable. I'm loving the energy that this is bringing. All right, guys, now it's your turn to tell me what you thought of this episode of The Mandalorian. I really loved it myself. I can't recommend it enough. The show is just awesome. Love the performance from Katie Sackhoff as Bo-Katan, by the way. She is just staying very consistent with the way she did it in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and I think it's really working here. There's something about the performance she gives that makes you think that she can turn at any time too, which is something I really love. Like, she's kind of riding the fence between hero and villain in a big way. Pedro Pascal is very consistent as the Mandalorian, which I'm loving too. All right, guys, I've been Don Martino, and before I get out of here, I want to extend an apology for how backed up I've been and how late I've been on these episode reviews. I'm really trying to stay on track, but if I don't, just know I will get to them eventually. I promise. I am going to stay on them. And as always, before I get out of here, please hit the like button below, subscribe to the channel, leave some feedback in the comment section, share this with your friends, and hit the bell for notifications. Once again, I've been Don Martino, and I will talk to you guys later.